when the saints go marching in.
Vox Fidei brings you into the inner life of the Word made flesh. Father Chris guides us in the lives of the saints in Saintly series.
Hello, welcome. It's Saintly series. Today, 21st of August, we celebrate Saint Pius, Pope and Confessor. Pius was born Giuseppe Melchiorre Sarto on the 2nd of June, 1853. He was born to Giovanni Battista and Margherita in Treviso, Italy. From a very tender age, he was noted for his simplicity and humility. Yet, he was very firm and decisive. He was an intelligent young man with very high moral standards. He was very pious and disciplined. On the 18th of September 1858, he was ordained a priest. As a priest, he was all things to all people. He was available for his pastoral ministry to his people. He would spend time administering the sacraments and visiting the sick. One thing that gladdened his heart was spending time with little children and instructing them. On the 16th of November 1884, Pius was made Bishop of Mantua and was created a cardinal later by Pope Leo XIII. This was on the 12th of June in 1893. Pius was very interested in building the faith of the commoners in the church and peasants and was elected Pope on the 20th of July 1903, a position he had reluctantly accepted. He then took on his name, a papal name, Pius X, out of admiration for his predecessors who held the name Pius, particularly Pius IX, who had fought against theological liberals and had also fought for papal supremacy. Pius X was guided by his motto, Instaurare omnia in Christi, which is to restore all things in Christ. As Pope, he fought the spread of modernism vigorously. Modernism, which was a denial of the sovereignty of God. Pius preached and taught that self-sacrifice was the basis for holiness and everyone should pursue. He reformed the liturgy of the church and monitored the formation of the 1917 Code of Canon Law. He also reformed the policies of the church in relation to the government. He would load candies in his pockets and distribute to children, finding that as an opportunity to teach them catechism. He revisited the age for First Holy Communion for children, making it earlier for 7 years. And he advocated the fact that every communicant should endeavor to receive communion every day. Pope Pius X was deeply connected to the devotion of Our Lady of Confidence under the title La Madonna della Fiducia. One day, during a papal audience, Pope Pius X was holding a paralyzed child who loosed free from his hands and ran around cured. Also, it is said that a couple with a 2-year-old child suffering meningitis had written a letter to Pius X, and they were asking for prayers for their child. Pius wrote back to them, asking them to hold to hope and pray that God hears their cry. 2 days later, the child was completely cured of the disease. There were several miracles worked through his intercession also after his death. The hostilities of the First World War saddened him with a heart attack that led to his death on the 20th of August 1914. Pius X gained his strength, his tenderness, his warm-heartedness from the fact that he held to the spirit of Jesus. His life inspires us to a life of holiness and sacrifice for the sake of Christ. He was canonized on the 29th of May 1954 by Pope Pius XII. He is the patron saint of immigrants and pilgrims and first communicants. The color of the day is white. What we offer the saints is veneration. God bless you. I am Father Chris, Vox Fidei.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Vox Fidei, God is in charge.